meditacionesdiarias.com.
Hello and welcome back. I'm Lorena Meyer, reading to you from Minnesota in the U.S. This is our adult devotional titled, I Am With You. Bible Promises for a Life of Full Assurance. Today's date is June 28th, 2023. Our title, I Am the Lord Who Heals You. In the book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 26 says, I will put none of the diseases on you, which I have brought on the Egyptians, for I am the Lord who heals you. The British Nutrition Foundation conducted a survey on 27,000 children and youth, in which they asked where the food they ate came from. I was surprised by their answers. Almost a third of British children think that cheese comes from a plant and pasta is made out of meat. 1 out of 10 high school students answered that tomatoes grow underground, and 19% thought that potatoes grew on trees like apples. All of this might seem funny to us, but it should make us think. Are we aware of what we eat? The truth is, many of us underestimate the importance of knowing what we are really consuming. How many of us know that 2 soda beverages have 20 tablespoons of sugar? This means that many of us ingest almost 30 tablespoons of sugar per day, probably unaware of what we're doing. We're digging our own grave with our mouths. Our lack of knowledge about the products we ingest is precisely what has caused the incidence of cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, and cancer to increase considerably within our families. Some of us might be wondering, does the Lord actually care about what we eat? The Bible declares that the Creator is mindful of all the areas of our lives, social, physical, mental, and spiritual. In fact, in the scriptures, only God has the authority to define the proper diet for us. In Genesis, before the entrance of sin, He gave us a diet based on legumes, leafy greens, vegetables, and fruit. Then after the flood, He authorized the consumption of meat that came from clean animals and forbade eating unclean animals. See Leviticus chapter 11 and Deuteronomy chapter 14. And why is our Creator interested in what we eat? Because we are the temple of the Holy Spirit, and because He wants us to lead happy, healthy lives. If due to our ignorance or lack of self-control, our diet is taking a toll on our health, then let's remember that by respecting His instructions, we find the way for this promise to be fulfilled in us. I am the Lord who heals you. Today we can have the assurance that the divine doctor will give us physical and spiritual healing. Thank you so much for joining us, and I wish you a blessed day.
Thank you for joining us. We invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel at m.youtube.com/c/Meditaciones Diarias and to follow us on our social media in Instagram at www.instagram.com/meditacionesdiarias7. May God bless you and your family.